Hi everyone, welcome to RK Sports and our preview for the upcoming cricket test match series between Australia and India, which gets underway this Thursday in Adelaide. It's a day-night test match. It's the first of 4 in the series. So far on the tour, the one-day international series was won by Australia. They won that one 2-1, and the T20 international series was won by India. They won that 2-1. So it's equally split. We got both predictions right along with the correct score. So let's see if we can do the same for the test match series. So first of all, let's take a look at their head-to-heads. Australia lead that in series wins, 12 series wins to 9, and 5 drawn series there. In terms of overall test matches played, Australia again leading that one, 42 test match wins to 28 for India, and there's 27 drawn matches and 1 tied. In the most recent series they played against each other in Australia, India won. It was the first time India have won in Australia ever. Australia have a very strong record against India at home, but India done really well. They took advantage of a situation where Australia were in a bit of a transition period. They were missing 2 of their best players. We know that they were banned at the time, David Warner and Stephen Smith. There was a lot of controversy around the team. They had a new captain in Tim Payne, and yeah, they weren't in the strongest moment at that point. So India took advantage of that situation, but they did have to play very well because even though Australia were in that transition period and there's a lot of controversy and heat on the team at that time, they're still a very strong team, as their home record shows. So it was a great performance there from India to win that series and win for the first time there. So that'll definitely give them some confidence heading into this series. If we also look at the ICC Test Match rankings, Australia are ranked in 1st place, India are ranked in 3rd place. So these are 2 of the best Test Match teams currently, and we can expect a very competitive series. If we look at now also the team news now, how this is going to affect the series. So there's a couple of big bits there. So David Warner, we know he got injured during the one-day international series. He's going to miss the first test match, and we're not sure how much more matches he's going to miss as well. So he's going to be a great loss for Australia. And if we look at their team, they played their last test match, it was against New Zealand. They had Warner opening with Burns. Burns, they're saying, has been in poor form, but I think we probably will have to end up sticking with him with Warner being out, and they're most likely going to send Matthew Wade to open with him. And they want to keep that strong middle order. So in the middle order, they got at number 3 Labuschagne and number 4 Smith. We know how strong these 2 players are, especially Smith, one of the best Test match batsmen ever, and he's such good form. We saw during the series against England back last year, like how well he was playing there. He's been in incredible form. So at number 5, as I was saying, Matthew Wade's gone up to open, so I think they'll bring Trafford's Head up 1 spot into number 5, and then they're saying Cameron Green's likely to come into the team in that number 6 spot, and then Tim Payne, the wicketkeeper captain, will be in at 7, and then the bowlers, they've got a really strong bowling lineup. So in that last test match they went with Patterson, Cummins, Stark and Lyon. Could go with that again, but Hazelwood's there as well as an option as well, so I think we'll probably stick with Patterson. He's bowling really well. We saw him during the IPL as well. IPL playing for Mumbai, he was performing well there as well. So bowling lineup of Patterson, Cummins, Stark and Lyon, really strong, especially in their home conditions and in a day-night match in Adelaide. That's going to be a fearsome bowling attack for India to have to face. Looking at India's team news, so the big team news is for them, but it's not going to affect the first test match, but it's going to affect the rest of the series, as Virat Kohli will only be playing in the first test match, their captain and best batsman, as he's due to be going back to India for the birth of his first child. So he's going to miss the 2nd, 3rd and 4th match, so that's heavily going to impact him. He's such a great player, he's also their captain, so we'll look into that when we're doing the series prediction on how that's going to affect the series, but this test match itself it's not going to affect because he is there. So if we look at their team and what we can expect them to line up with, they've been having some practice matches playing against Australia A. So looking at their lineup, predicting they're going to stay with Shaw and Agarwal as the opening pair. Agarwal done really well in recent series. He's really come into the team and done so well. We saw he had a great IPL as well. Different format obviously we know, but he's in good form, playing well, done really well in Test match cricket already. Shaw as well has had a great start into Test match cricket as well, so I think they'll go for them 2 to open. Pujara in at 3, again we know what a great Test match player he is, followed by captain Virat Kohli in at 4, their best batsman, one of the best batsmen in the world, along with Stephen Smith. So great to be able to watch both of them play in the same match. And then in at number 5, Rahane. He's been a very good Test match player as well, we know, great record. Then in at 6, I think they'll go with Vihari. He's had a good start, young player, has a good start to Test match cricket, he's improving. And then in at 7, wicketkeeper Sahar. And then their bowling lineup, they're missing Ishant Sharma, he's going to be a miss. He might be coming back in later. They're saying also Rohit Sharma, he's another one that might be coming back in later in the series as well. Rohit Sharma will be needed, especially when Kohli will not be around. But yeah, So if Ishant Sharma was there, he would definitely be in the bowling attack, along with Mohammad Shami and Jasprit Bumrah as the three seamers. But I think as Ishant Sharma's missing, I think they're going to go with Siani to replace him. And for the spin ball option, Jadeja's out, as we know he got injured during the one-day international series, so I think they'll go with Ashwin. So yeah, that's two strong teams. But comparing now the lineups, I'd say there's not a lot to choose between the bowling, because you've seen in recent times India's seam attacks really improved. That trio of Bumrah, Shami and Sharma really performed well all around the world, and really they made a big difference to help India improve their performances away from home. But Sharma is missing, so that's going to weaken him a little bit. Siani is a young upcoming bowler. We've seen him again during the IPL. He's been performing really well in high pressure matches, so I expect him to step up. But I'd give it edge to Australia in the seam bowling, just in them home conditions of theirs. That lineup of Cummins and Stark, I think they're two of the best in the world. And then Patterson as well, there's a lot of injury problems, but he's been proving himself in recent times, and I think he will do really well. And then the spin bowling, Lyon's been doing really good for Australia over many years now, and is a highly respected spin bowler. I'll give Ashwin the edge on that one. You know, I think Ashwin's that little bit better. We know Ashwin, again, when the conditions are right, he can roll over out a team by himself. So giving the edge there. In the batting, first test match, Kohli's going to be there, so India's batting is strong. Like I was saying, they have got a couple of these younger players that have come in now, the likes of Shaw, Agarwal, Vihari. If you look at Australia's batting lineup, without Warner, still that middle order is so solid. When you look at Labuschagne's had a great start to his Test match series. He's in at number 3, with Stephen Smith at number 4. Travis Head as well has been performing really well for them. We saw in the series against England, that middle order was so strong. They were getting so many runs, and they're going to be hard to get them out. So that's a difficult one to call, but I'd give Australia the edge there slightly, the batting as well. So overall, looking at the teams, I'm giving the edge to Australia. I mean, add to that the fact that they're playing at home, in home conditions, I think it's going to be very hard for India to win this series. Like I say, with Virat Kohli not being there for after the first test match as well, that's definitely going to weaken them. That would weaken any team. And it's got to be an Australia win for me, I think. It's a 4 test match series. You know, over that course, we could have a couple of bad sessions for Australia. India could nick a win in one of the test matches, but I think most likely it's going to be quite a comfortable Australian test series win, and I'm going to go for a prediction of 3-0 to Australia. I think one of the matches will probably be a draw. Might be some bad weather around, a really flat pitch, so could be a draw. So not going to go for 4-0 Australia. If there was no weather and the pitches were all good and not too flat, I'd probably go for 4-0, but there's a chance one of the pitches might not be such result friendly type of pitch, along with some bad weather around. So yeah, going for 3-0 to Australia. Yeah, please remember to keep it here. That's all from me. Please remember to subscribe, like and share. Thank you.